All right, we'll call in the meantime. Let's call this guy. I guess I'll just share my screen.
Precision Heating and Cooling.
Oh.
Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. If this is a call for after-hours emergency service, please call 801 8.
Out of the way. Okay. Beep boop bop. I need to have Zoom up so I can add people. Oh, cool. There we go. I think it should just pop up. All right. Hi, Maren.
Hey, how's it
Hi. How are you?
good?
Good to see you. Priyush. Blake.
What up?
What up? Congrats on was that yesterday or today is Wednesday? You got two onboardings today?
Yes, one of them was cold and one of them was a referral from a while back, but I was just like following up with some referrals today.
Let's go.
Yes.
Was that from calling or from
No, that was so when I
You've been
first
trying to
started
reach.
this, my I had a friend reach out to me who like wanted to start a reputation management agency together. So that was like a former client of his. He's no longer like part of this, but yeah.
Nice. Have you been in the space before? Like agency?
I I've been doing Facebook ads for over 2 years. And but like I got into high level just from like needing to do automations and follow up for my clients to try to keep them, but then I kind of, was sold on the SaaS model more than the churn of ads and agency life like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. I the Nick who's in here often, so he does Facebook ads, and it's like high. Like I think they pay him a lot, several thousand a month, but yeah, they don't stick around as long.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've only heard it from the guy who's like one of the owners of High Level, but I heard in one of his videos that the average lifetime of a client running like with lead gen ads is like though they pay a lot per month, it's only 2 or 3 months.
Got it. Yeah, that was the same reasoning why we started this. I don't think I talked about it. When I was like I don't know, like 22 or something, I started a Facebook ad agency, and I was more focused on partying than I was building a business at that time. But yeah, it was just a high churn and a lot more moving parts where like this is just so it's just sales, like the fulfillment of the service. I mean, there's some technical stuff, but it's not crazy.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
What up, Omero?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too,
Hi.
man.
You've gotten your first what, one or two clients?
Yeah, so far.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, it's been
Talk about
fun.
it.
I
How'd it
was trying to
go?
figure out like the text grid connection today, but I got it. Only thing with my clients is I was telling that Clay earlier, they have like barely any client list in terms of like reactivation, so I'm just like shit. I came across one guy with like 400 something Yelp reviews, but zero on Google. Like I don't know what had happened there, but he would just wasn't focused on Google at all. And then now he's entered like a season where it's like really slow. He's been making no money, and now he's like trying to focus on Google. But yeah, he wasn't able to like sign up in terms of the payment. But I told him I'll give him a 30-day free trial and he can just pay after that. And he was like, dude, I'll definitely do it. He's like, I'll give you a testimonial video and everything. He's like, he was a really cool guy. So that was dope.
Let's go. Heck
Yeah.
yeah. And that's from calling.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on um I'm trying to get his client list right now. That's another thing. I've been running into a lot of people with like no client list, which is just random. I'm like, oh God. What do you do with the leads that don't have a client list? Do you just kind of be like, yeah, I can't help you then? Or
Yeah. At this
yeah.
point now, when we first started, we were signing up whoever, but yeah, we've gotten a lot more focused on who we're actually. We don't even sign them up now if we can't integrate into their CRM. So if they don't use something that yeah, we can integrate into. And we've gotten like our last 7 onboardings they're all integrated. And the whole point of that is we do all this work to get these clients. Um, we want them to stick around. But in the beginning, yeah, dude, testimonial video, like that's huge. Get that from them because that'll help you in calling as well. And then just being able to like run and do the service will give you confidence as well.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like even if they have a short past client list, they may still see value in the free month that you give them. And they may be like, oh my God, I got a few reviews. Like, that's amazing. And just this, like, everybody's different. I feel like, and the time savings may be worth it to them just going forward.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree. I think that's like the route I'm going. Whenever I call and they're just not interested or whatever, but I see that they have like a good potential in terms of good reviews already. I tell them that I'll do like a free month or, something like that just to at least get a testimonial out. And yeah, some people are open to it. I've been running into a lot of people with like other CRMs or Nice Job and stuff. That one's been kind of hard to overcome. I'm not gonna lie. I know your partner last time said something about like how to overcome that or how he does. But I'll mention it to them, and they're just like, even a free trial and everything like that. I'm just like, no, like what I have is already working and stuff. And it's usually with people over like 100 something reviews. They're just like, yeah, nah, thank you, like, thank you. And then they'll pretty much hang up, and I'm just like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, switchovers like in pest control, they weren't my favorite, but they at least shows that they care about it. And then just understanding like what the different like which ones they have is important because then you can identify where we do like what is better about our service compared to what they're using. And that's huge. But yeah, I mean we are in the volume game, at least how Sam and I operate. We were talking yesterday. It's like we are truly searching for the lowest hanging fruit of who we can get to. That's why I don't really spend a lot of time objection handling on these cold calls. If they tell me they're not interested off the bat after I clearly lay out what we do, um, it's typically I'll push a little bit but honestly it's like there's so many people to call. The small
Yeah.
business industry is just so big and there's so many and because of our service being what it is, like we can work with a lot of different industries and that yeah enables us to be able to find those low hanging fruit. And then once you get results for those people and you're more established and have credibility built up over months to years, like it'll be a lot easier to convert those people that are a little bit harder. Same reason why I don't spend any time with gate guards. It sounds bad, but when I call and like I
Hang
can
up.
tell it's a gate guard, it's hi, how are you doing? Like that voice, I just hang up immediately now, and it just saves time. Um, but
I say I called the wrong number.
Oh, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. A cool resource too. Like my background being in door to door, like I didn't really know what's in this cold calling space, and I've been able to network with some cool people so far. There's a website. So you guys, I mean, everyone mainly that comes on these calls or probably watches them is doing the same business model, but started to get some people that aren't. And if you guys are just looking for like supplemental income. I just thought this was super cool. I'm not like affiliated with them in any way, but basically, Glen Coco is a platform where you can become a sales rep for these other organizations, and they just pay you for the appointments that you book, which I thought was pretty cool. But more importantly, like I think a lot of their like opportunities that they have, like they'll pay out on some of these things because it's like high level high executive like tech sales. Like there is some home service stuff, but they'll pay like I think the lowest one I saw was like 175 bucks, and they have ones up to $1,000 just for booking an appointment, which is pretty crazy if they show up to the call and it's a qualified lead. But more importantly, I think it's just opening up because I think one thing that I feel that I lack in terms of my sales ability is being able to talk to more executive level stuff people just because I haven't had that experience. Um, so it's just they have some cool resources and stuff, and they have a school community too that um, I'm gonna start learning from, so I can better share information on here with you guys. Um, but it's just a cool resource to check out. Um,
That's awesome.
I don't, I feel like the small business, like, I really like the industry that we're in and the type of our target demographic because these people are so blue collar and laid back. But like one of the things they talk about, like that I have a hard time, if you guys have any information on, is like, let's say we call somebody and we get interest and just the nature of who these people are, you know, like they either don't show up to an appointment or, you know, they ghost you. But we call them like a week later. Um, I need to create a framework of how to have that conversation of like, hey, you expressed interest, you know, you booked a time or you said you'd be free around him, like, what's up? And they kind of teach in this course of like challenging them. And I always feel like I've always been a very happy-go-lucky for the most part, and challenging people sometimes needs to be done. And I just want to know like good ways to go about that. But has anyone challenged somebody on a call yet and been like, you said you were interested, what's up?
Yeah, I try. Yeah, I've actually gotten a good response from doing that. Like I'll call them back and I'll say like, "Hey, like did you get a chance to check out that email?" Or if they say like, "Oh, no, I'm already doing that," and stuff like that, I'll say like, "Are you interested in growing your business right now?" And often they'll say no. So, but I could definitely learn a lot in that area too, for sure.
Yeah, it's all my experience has been like cold interaction, appointment, they sign up. And I know there's just so much around follow up that I think would be really helpful for everybody if they figure that out, or if you have information on that.
I
Frank, you
wanted
there?
to ask, oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
sorry.
Oh,
I
you keep
wanted to
going.
ask more on
Oh, who wants to
like
talk first? Yeah, let's go, Mary,
why
and then we'll talk to you
I like
later.
I don't know if it's glitching on my end. Go ahead, whoever's
No,
talking.
okay, Maren, your mic's on.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, whenever somebody like expresses interest, but they don't like actually book the appointment, like, what are y'all doing right now in terms of like timeline on following up? Like, do you call the next day and the next day? Like, because I don't want to like annoy them, but like, give me an answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want to close the loop. I'll make, depending on the interaction, I'll actually put it in my phone of when to reach back out, which like I'll make a task because like I'll forget.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I do that first off, and then um, again with the VSL, a lot of times after, if they show any interest, I'm saying, hey, have you watched that video yet? And we've had some good responses of getting people back in the loop. Um, but it's situational of I think how soon to reach back out because yeah, there's some people I definitely spam and I'm like I might have lost that because I spammed him, but hard to say.
Right. Okay. So like you would say like maybe like a couple days, like every couple days,
So if we're
like
like
get that, like
the higher the interest, the sooner. I think that's a better framework is like the higher the interest level and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then they ghost you on a call or like they're like, yeah, my schedule's hectic. I like to at least if I can't lock down an appointment time, I'm like, what time of day are you typically most available by a
mm,
computer? Like I've been saying that by a computer. Like, oh, I'm in the office between 7 and 8, right? And I'll make a note of that in close which I love close too. Also, like the ability to record the conversations that I'm having and then listen back to what was said is so helpful. Um, but yeah, the higher the interest level, I think the sooner to reach back out.
okay, cool. Thanks.
Hey, quick question, or can I chime in real quick, or actually ask a question?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, so you talk about something ghosting, right? So if somebody's interested and you don't go through the onboarding process right away, and then every time you reach out to contact them, they just don't answer their phone or don't answer their emails, do you continue with them at all, or do you just leave it alone? Because I've had that happen to me recently.
Yeah, if you're doing this, you should have that happen. It just will continue to happen. Yeah, I think it's similar answer of just like depending on the conversation. But yeah, I like it to let it cool down sometimes. Like, you know, wait a week. If it was like I've just hit them up 3 days in a row, like wait a week. And honestly, them forgetting and then coming back to it's better. That guy that I mentioned with Glenn Coco that I was watching him call, they don't even mark their like if he doesn't get a pitch out or they say not interested, but they haven't been able to qualify like if they're really not interested based on certain factors, like he'll set like, okay, call in 2 weeks, call, um, and a lot of people on the platform call the same leads, so it's a little bit different. But um, yeah, eventually hit them back up, put them into your CRM, unless it's like, I hate you, like I will never do a review service. Like if the loop isn't closed fully, like for sure reach back out to them. And again, I think it just what I said to Marin, like the higher the interest level, the sooner, um, or the sooner you hit them up and the more frequent. But you also don't want to burn that bridge. So sometimes it's good to let that cool down um, before reaching back out again. But yeah, I hope that answers that.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. McGregor.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm in my car right now, so hopefully the connection's good. But yeah, no, I actually kind of I came from kind of like a tech sales, like software SaaS sales background.
Oh, cool.
So I used to like reach out to like CEOs and like hire executives and stuff like that. But the one thing that kind of worked for me, and I'm kind of trying to experiment with this because it's a completely different realm of like the local business industry. But like one thing I'm trying to do is in close.com, I have a custom fields value. And I basically added it for interest level after the first call. So I have low interest, medium interest, and high interest. And then basically what I'm going to start doing is I have like 11-step sequence that I take them through. This is just like the same sequence I used to use a long time ago. But
Okay.
basically it includes like email. I'm going to add SMS to it since it's local business owners. But based on the individual interest level, they're either going to get added to a high like high interest level sequence, a medium interest level sequence, or a low interest level sequence. And then that'll kind of gauge whether or not they're actually going to respond. So if they're really interested, I'm just going to kind of push a little bit more because they could have just forgotten about it, or it could have just gone over their head. But if they're not as interested, I'm not going to follow up as much because I don't want to kind of make them mad and then lose that business for the future. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. But I don't know if that helps, but yeah.
It does. And I guess maybe a similar question of what Blake just asked. So are you going to use that custom field? Let's say like after the call, you mark it as, low, medium, high. Does that trigger the automation inside of Close automatically? Or are you pushing that to GHL?
Yeah, so how it works is right now I have a Zapier automation that whenever I move an opportunity to the appointment set, it goes into Go High Level, creates a contact, and it just adds that contact to Go High Level, and then it starts sending out like text reminders for the meeting so they show up. And then if they have a high interest, like for the custom field, I'm going to have that also trigger another sequence if they don't show up for the meeting. So that if they don't show up for the meeting,
Okay.
yeah, then they'll start sending out those messages like, hey, you scheduled a call with us, but you need to show up. Just want to see if this is still top of mind for you, something like that. And then kind of go from there.
I love that. Yeah, no, it's something that Sam and I have been talking about that we should do. We were putting in for a while, just a decreased no-show rate. We would just put their name into our website, and we had an automation. So we'd pick the time, put the email in, phone number, and that would trigger an automation of follow-up or of appointment reminders. And we stopped doing that completely. Now all we do is text them from our phone. I don't know if any of you guys were on Alex Hormozi's like webinar. Yeah. So we bought his thing and we got the AI and like asked it basically how like what to do for no shows. And it says 15-minute time blocks. You hit them up 12 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours before from an automated sequence. And then you text them from your personal number as well at time of booking. And then like 6 hours before, like if it's depending on the time of day that you book it, something that feels reasonable based on their time zone. So you're hitting them from your personal number, you're hitting them from these sequences, the automated sequence. And then it also said to call them to prior once, depending on how far it's booked out. Also, only booking out within a 7-day window, 15-minute time slots for every single appointment. but yeah, some sort of automation. I really like that idea of putting in a custom field based off interest level. Because right now we're just using the status section inside of there of closed, and that is okay. But like all I have is follow up hot and follow up, and like there's definitely some middle ground there that could be more useful. Um,
I did have a quick question, if that's all right
yeah.
as well. So like I was looking to see, does anybody have like success with like email, or is that just kind of like dead? The people don't really respond to that. Because I was like, I'm kind of debating, like I want to start adding it to my follow-up sequences, but then again, if it's not even like worthwhile, then I don't really know if it's like, if it's not used, then I don't really know if it's worthwhile adding. I guess, is there any specific platforms that you guys have found success with actually people responding? I know cold calls, obviously, text messages are pretty good. But yeah.
So I wish Sam was on the call right now. He's actually hopefully selling onboarding someone. He's been crushing this week. Um, but he set up instantly, and that's been his like side project as we cold call. And basically what he has done is, and this is for like mass sending out emails, but he's actually got it to where we have like a 40 to 50% open rate. And now we're at the stage of changing the copy to actually get people to respond. But yeah, people look at their emails. I mean, it's still a thing. Is it as important as text message? I don't think so. But I mean, people are having success with cold email. If you're talking about just like sending emails after like a cold call, is that kind of, or yeah,
Sorry, I don't think I clarified that well. Yeah, so I'm talking about like mass email outreach
mass
as
email
like
outreach?
another channel. Yeah, because I want to have a couple channels, not just cold call and cold text, but like a cold email, a bunch of other ones. But I don't know if it's even worth it.
Well, hopefully by the next call I can give you a little bit more data. But yeah, we're having people open our emails, and basically it's like a whole process that's taken a couple weeks. And this is like Sam's department. He likes that stuff. But essentially, yeah, people are opening the emails. Now we're at the stage we're going to use the AI that came with Alex Hormozzi's thing to be like, hey, write us out these scripts. You could use it with any AI, but to get a response and hopefully book some meetings. So um, yeah, I can give you an update, but yeah, it can work. There's people that make any channel works. Like it's just about dialing in the craft and like figuring it out. So we're in the process of doing that.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah. Um, Murillo, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Frank. How are you?
Good, bro. Good to see you.
Thank you, thank you. I don't really have a particular question about cold calling because honestly, I didn't do any this week, but I do have kind of an advice type question. So, man, I've been doing the review thing for a minute and it's had its highs and lows, but something that's been consistent has been my inconsistency in outreach. And I'm a pretty young guy, and you've been young before, and I'm th or like very young guy. You're still young. I mean, you know what I mean.
Hey, that's
I'm
good.
not trying to insult you,
No,
dude.
you're good, bro.
But I'm very seriously considering and probably starting out next week a sales job with this company, like where I would be doing like 8 to 8 type thing, just so I can really like get the grasp of consistency and learning how to go through the pain of outreaching and cold calling all day long. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. So you were okay. No, I love this question. I was going to talk about this a little bit today, and I actually forgot to start. But for me, like in door to door, the reason why I was able to just like do well is because I was a part of a team that was doing something every single day. I didn't have a choice. I had to show up to correlation at 10, 9 in the morning, and I'd go out with a group of guys doing the same thing and girls. And yeah, dude, there was, I mean, like I was gonna talk about accountability today because I think the hardest part of why this business model or any business model is difficult is being able to do the hard things every single day. And for me, bro, like I had to find a business partner. Like I like having Sam. Like the Monday, Tuesday, I was in a terrible headspace. Like I didn't want to call. and having him there to like him crushing booking appointments like made me go, shit, I need to call anyway. And so having people there, speaking of Sam, here he comes. So having somebody to keep you accountable in those situations is huge. What's the sales role?
It would be an opener. So literally it's for this company that they do some financial services. And it's just like from what I understood, it's cold calling business owners just like we're doing now and offering them financial services.
Financial services. Okay.
I'm not sure what it is yet, like that they offer, you know. I'm
Okay.
gonna go shadowing there.
So I will say, I mean, the decision to do so, like go away from this, I think you if you stick with this, bro, like you can make it happen. But honestly, that's a decision that you have to make for yourself. You know yourself better of what's going to be most beneficial to you. But if you're going to choose a role, like whether it's cold calling or door to door, like make sure it's something that you can have high reps in, like a lot of volume and
Yes.
be around a team of people that are actually doing well. There's so many sales roles that like the team's not like it's there's the vibe isn't there. So I think picking a team where people are winning already, like that is so essential. I would really try to dig in to that in the questioning if you're gonna take that position and be like, hey, what's the most amount of money that someone's making right now? How often are they booking appointments? Like for example, when we did solar door to door, the reason why I liked pest control more for a brand new rep is you could get wins daily. With
Hmm.
solar, you could book appointments daily, but like you might not get paid out on those accounts for a long time. Um, so I would just say pick something that has somebody that's successful in it, that has high volume, and then also where ask them like from me making a sale or a booking appointment, when do I get paid? Because that momentum is also going to help you keep accountable and win. So, also, did you see the Glen Coco thing that I started this off with? You might have joined a little bit late.
Yeah, I joined late. I didn't see the Glen Coco thing.
Okay, well, just like a thing to check into. Basically, there's like this might it's essentially like you can get on here and become a sales rep. They have a school community where they basically teach sales,
Hmm.
and you can find a job that will pay you from like 175 to like $1,000 per booked appointment.
Hmm.
And they have like group coaching calls and stuff too. But that might be a good resource for you to check out if you're kind of going that role. But again, if you can, man, and if you do take the decision to like just do this business model,
Hmm.
like it will pay dividends long term. Like it might be a slower process for you,
Hmm.
but like if you can push through that discomfort, it will click one day. One day it's gonna be like, oh, I got this.
Yeah,
So
And
yeah.
I
no,
just
for
want to
sure.
like also add, do you pronounce your name Murillo or Murillo?
Murillo.
Murillo, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um, like how old are you? I'm so sorry.
I'm 19.
Dude, you're so young. Like either way, I feel like you're gonna be good. And if you start this business, you have time on your side. And so you can like literally like even if it takes 2 or 3 years, like I know that like I'm 31. So like yeah, you have time on your side. And I know that like mistakes do have consequences and costs to them, but like I don't know. Like if I were you, like I 19, that's so exciting. Like why not just try starting a business, taking a risk? Like the sales, obviously sales is like a skill that is so, so important for you in your future, like no matter what you do, whether you like whatever you do entrepreneurially in the future. So that would be good. So I kind of see it as either one could be good. But I agree with Frankie that like long term owning your own business is going to be more profitable, I think.
Hmm. No, for sure. Thank you, Blake, and thank you so much, Frank. Just make it clear, like I'm not stopping the review thing. Like for me, this is kind of like a stepping stone to be able to implement my sales skills into the review business and later add ads into the review business and all of that. You know what I mean? But it's just I feel like it's a stepping stone, dude, because like I've been doing this for I think like 7 months at this point, and it's been 7 months of consistent inconsistency. So I really feel like it's a skill I have to develop. Like I remember your story, Frank, like you said like years and like door-to-door sales and stuff, and that was a big advantage. Like you came in and you started quite fast compared to a lot of people in the review thing, you know? So it makes sense. And I
Have you
appreciate your guys' advice so much.
have you
Thank you.
been for 7 months cold calling too?
No, no, not at all. I started cold calling like I don't know, maybe like a month and a half ago. I was doing SMS. I did some cold calling when I first started also, but no, to answer your question, no.
I
Yeah.
think you can totally be successful with the cold calling. It just like, it's a skill like anything else. And yeah, like I think you can totally make it work.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
I don't know if Frankie touched on this already too. I just joined in is having somebody to hold you accountable to, like whether it's somebody in this community or not is huge. Like me and Frankie go through highs and lows separately, and even if you're having a bad day, if you are being held accountable by somebody else, for example, Frankie making calls or me making calls and booking appointments, like it kind of forces you to be like, I don't want to be the one that's not doing it. And that really, really helps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I want to do this job because it's like a group of like relatively young guys and like they're making a good amount of money and the energy seems pretty sick. I don't want to miss out on it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, where are you where are you located?
South Florida, like there's a lot of hungry guys out here.
Yeah, dude. That's like the mecca of hungry dudes. Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say,
I see 17-year-olds like developing AI agencies making so much money, like it drives me crazy, you know?
yeah, dude, get around that. Get around that. And if you, I'm sure you'll have time too. You could probably carve out an hour or two a day to call for reviews. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, 100%.
Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
Sam, how'd the hi? Did he show up?
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that guy. He at the end it's like I need to talk to my accountant. I'm like, dude, it's $149. But he is going through like a rapid amount of expansion and whatever. He'll give me an answer tomorrow. We'll see. I wouldn't hold your breath.
My guy's also not responding for 5 o'clock after this. But that's as it goes. Candace, I forget. Are you new or are you in the space? Have you been in the space for a while? Um, for of like if you're there, sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening in. I'm like I come from a sales background, retail sales. Um, and then I've done some like real estate as well. So yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Like as an agent.
No, actually it's like a wholesaler.
Ah, okay. Were you cold calling for that?
Yeah, I was cold calling, getting cursed out, getting wild text messages, but getting deals done. Yeah, I'm getting more into tech because I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's a different model and just shifting, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah, I just think for the guy Murillo, excuse me if I'm messing up, I think you should just stay with what we're doing here. I feel like iron sharpens iron. When you get your deals in, you could always invest in like sales coaching, Daniel G. I mean, we have Frankie right here, Frankie Paletta. Like we have like it's iron sharpen iron here. So I just feel like you're gonna get your objections calling people, talking to people every day and just write it down. Just write it down.
Yeah,
Just
no,
document
for
what you're
sure. That
dealing
makes
with.
sense. It's
And I
just
think you'll
that,
be
like,
good.
guys, like, I've never had like a high paying job before. Like, I've only worked at restaurants and stuff. So it's more about putting the reps in for me. Like, just the consistency of getting out there every day. Like you guys said, keeping myself accountable. Like, it's been tough. Like, it's a lot of, that's it. Like, you know what it is. I just want to
Yeah.
get out there every day, like, in some way where,
Just don't let those jobs be a crutch because you already got it. You got us in the community
yeah,
and you got it. You got it.
yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Candace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all love. It's all good. Yeah. No, that's my background.
That's cool.
So yeah. This is
The
just a
the
different model, a different thing. So, I think this is the wave of the future. So I'm here for it. Thank you.
Yeah, I always curious about the wholesaling thing. I know that's a really big like cold calling space. Anytime you're B2C, like I feel like you're gonna get. I like being B2B now because I feel like the conversations that you have, they're at least a little bit more professional. They're like in
Mm.
like solar and pest
Yeah.
control You
It's
deal with
way
a lot.
more calmer. It's way, I mean, you get a
Yeah.
little shade, like I told you about the ladies from the salon, but other than that, like it's far less. I mean, people have like ties to their homes. So selling a home, selling land less aggressive, but selling homes and people are distressed a little bit more, but you learn how to, you know, I think learning tonality, um, building your listening skills, but still driving the conversation. It's everything that you pretty much are mentioning, Frankie and Sam and everyone else in here. So I just think it's like we just sharpen iron here, you know, and that's what we do. Just keep getting better.
100%. Yeah, I really want to okay, sorry, Blake.
I'm sorry. I know. This is just what I do. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You were a teacher before. Is it super inspiring when you're in business, and yeah, it's whoever sticks in it longest. Especially with this model, like yeah, it's a slow build, but guys, like once it's there, like we'll have such stability if you take care of the people like well, because um yeah, I mean, like having hundreds of clients across different industries that, you know, are all getting the thing that they're paying for, which is so easy to fulfill on. Like it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be super sick. So, and then you can, you know, if you want to do the Facebook ad stuff and, you know, like really pump with, like I think that Sam and I's plan is we have a really big network of really hot, like killer salesmen that crushed in door to door, and we want to get to a point where we can bring them on and be like, yo, like now let's sell this thing for 2 grand a month, you know, from the people that already like and trust us. So there's a lot of different ways to go about this business model, or eventually sell it, which is cool too.
Yeah, the review thing's legit too. I have 6 clients that I got in March that are still with me that are amounting to like 1,200 total. And like, so like this is legit. It works really well. And yeah, it's, I know that it's very scalable for sure. Like this is good stuff.
And I want to make it like, because there's no right answer too for your situation. I'm sorry we keep going back to you, but but I think it's really powerful for anyone else that watches this recording, because I found myself in this a lot. Is that yes, on one hand, like getting around the right people and like sharpening the skill with a lot of reps and being around people to hold you accountable, that will help you. And yeah, you're 19. That's when I started door to door, so you've plenty of time. But on the other hand, there was so many times where I started something and had some success or like didn't, and then just and tried something else, and it took me away from my focus. And I'm not saying that's what you're going to do, and there, again, there's no right answer, but like man, I would be so much farther along if I just like decided to do one thing and focus on that. I mean, even now, man, like I like most of my time now, or like recently, the thoughts going through my head, like trying to balance like building a business with like my relationship life, like my family, with all these things. It's really about cutting out everything else. Like it's all about just like cutting out all the bullshit, because there's just so much of it. Like I delete Instagram Monday through Friday. That's helped me a lot. Like I'm like, you know, just really try. And it's, and I was gonna mention this too, is like it's one thing to cold call, to just like, duh, I got a cold call today, and it's another to cold call with intention of like, no, I'm booking appointments, like I'm going to get appointments. It's a completely different thing. I like, this is where like I just believe so much in like the woo woo side of things, or like this idea of like truly, if you put intention out there that is hyper focused on what you want, like it will come. But to do that requires like consistency and just being so focused on what you want over and over again. And that's again what Sam said of like having Sam, like every other business model I started, bars, every other business model I started, like I didn't have somebody to like fall back on. And that's just my personality type. Some of you don't need that. Like you're at a place in your life where you know, but like I undulate. I have highs and lows. Sam's a lot more stable, and that helps me a ton. So finding that, getting around those people to like dial in and just like, and how many times I have to come to Sam and he's like, bro, chill out. It's all good. We're doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like, and that helps. And sometimes he gets like that too. Not as much, but thank God for Sam. Um, but yeah, dude, like But weighing both those sides, there's no right or wrong there. But again, like I literally from your age to now probably started 15 different business models. All did them half-ass. I had one that actually popped and I got banned. I had basically you know Rick and Morty? Yeah, I paid this group of people in the Thailand. They would draw photos of people, like people would send me photos of themselves, and they would draw them in the Rick and Morty style, and then we would send them that photo, and it popped, and then I got banned from Cartoon Network. Actually, I got a cease and desist. Fun story. Yeah, the YouTube ad had like 1 million views, but that was my one and only. And I had a team of people to hold me accountable, though. Like I had people that were now relying on me to pay them, and that was like a big thing. So, um, a little bit of a transition because I did want to talk about tonality today and just like a really overarching thing. I know we talked about it, but just like because I had a call with that Glen Coco guy today, and it's just like a very common thing of low and slow. And I don't know, have you guys been? Because like for the females, I don't know if like low is obviously is valuable, but like, have you guys seen Mean Girls? Um, Glenn Cloko is from Mean Girls.
It is. It is.
What? Oh, Blake, this is kind of segues into that. Can we role play? I think doing the tonality for you, I
Yes.
think relates to where I was trying to go with that.
Sure.
Um,
Yes.
okay. So ring me up. I'll be your biz owner.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the script up real quick because I still use it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this the pest control guys?
Yeah, this is the pest control guys.
Hi, my name's Blake, and I'm a business owner in the Portland area, and I was actually calling to chat about a potential business partnership I had in mind. Is it a bad time to talk?
No, I got a second.
Okay.
What's this regarding?
Nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so like I said, I live in Portland. Recently, I started a company that uses AI and automation to get your happy customers to leave you a review online. That way, more people trust you, more people call you. And I was calling you because I saw you had 72 reviews and they're all great, which tells me you could probably get some more. So I just wanted to ask how you're getting reviews right now.
Yeah, I have my text asks at the door. Sometimes they forget.
Yep, for
But
sure.
we ask.
Yeah, good. That's awesome that you're asking. Do you guys send out a text or an email or anything?
No.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. So, but that's awesome you're asking. So I'll keep this really short because I don't know if this is a good fit or not, but basically we have a creative way of sending text and email to your clients to leave you a review. We send out a personalized photo, and typically this is a photo of yourself or somebody on your team, and then it has the client's name in it to grab their attention. And it works, but the reason that it's not a great fit for everybody is I wanted to ask, do you guys keep track of your customers' information in like a CRM or QuickBooks or something like that?
Yeah, we use Gorilla Desk.
Okay, cool. Do you know like off the top of your head how many people over the years you have saved in Gorilla Desk?
We started using them like 3 years ago. I'd say like a
Nice.
couple hundred.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, the reason I asked that question is because the first thing that we typically do is reach out to all your previous customers to get you a big boost in reviews right off the bat. And then to set expectations low, we usually can get anywhere from 5 to 20% of your customers, your past customers, to leave a review. And then going forward, we get a much higher percentage because they've recently done business with you. But anyway, we're a new company, and so we set up our system for free just to show you it works before any money is exchanged. And then we don't do any contracts because we know the service works, like I said. And once you see reviews coming in, we're confident you'll stick with us. So if you're open to it, I would love to show you while you're at a computer how it works and see if we're a good fit for each other. Do you have time this evening or even right now?
I can't right now. I'm actually about to roll up to a customer's house.
Okay, yeah.
I might have some time tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, how about are you generally at a computer in the morning or the evening during your day?
Morning, I'm in the office.
Okay, awesome. Are you free around like 9 tomorrow?
Let's do 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Okay, would you mind giving me an email address so I can send you a link?
Great. Yeah. Let's end the role play. Oh, cool. Yeah. So I crush. I love it. Let's go. And I think that was such a
It's your words. I love it.
the part that I really wanted to focus on, and this is what I messaged to you, is because you could say the same exact thing, but it's obviously the pattern and the tonality, like the way you're saying certain things. Like, well, there was one point in there, uh, which tells us we could get more, right? You're changing the speed and the pace to just keep it engaging throughout that process, and also the rate at which you're speaking is, especially you sped up at certain important points, and towards the end, like actually speeding up at the end kind of indicates subconsciously that we're wrapping up. It's like a thing that happens, and you're naturally doing that. It's just kind of what we do. But anyway, like it's this works, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's great for everyone to see in terms of pacing and inflection points, because that's really the important part.
You think
Uh,
that I should slow down at the end?
no. Yeah, I mean, the only I think the only thing that because that's like basically the script to the T that I've and Sam and I are talking is being a lot more casual. I try to ask a couple more questions of like now to build an emotional connection of like how long you been in business, which then leads to like how do you like being a business owner? And I'll kind of chuckle. Anytime I can chuckle and get them to laugh too, like the odds of of it booking is just so much higher. And there's some days where I'm just business Frankie and like not in the mood, but I really try to like, and I think that's maybe one thing that you could add is like in the middle between um like kind of right after your value prop. I've been doing that. Or like actually sorry, right after I go, yeah, you have X number of reviews, which tells me you might be able to get more. Like, what are you guys doing to get reviews? They answer, great. And how long you guys been in business? Awesome. You like being a business owner? Yeah. And then I'll just continue with the script after that. But that's like one thing to test and play with for yourself. But
I'm sorry, where did you say you put that? You put that
I,
after getting their, oh, how they're getting reviews.
yeah, how you going okay, cool. How long you guys been in business? Oh, 7 years. Awesome. Do you like being a business owner? Yeah, it has its high and lows. Isn't that right? Yeah, ha ha ha. And just like that question seems to be able to build an emotional connection. Especially because we start off and you do the same of like, we recently started a business, or like I'm saying we started a business in March. And I'll try to just kind of relate to like being a business owner. It's just a good thing to relate over. But um
Like, are you not doing like the meal donation or do you like
No.
okay.
I just was lazy and never set it up.
Wait, I'm yeah curious then, do you have an incentive in your
No, no incentive.
yeah, I actually messaged Clay about this, and really the sauce of what makes our service work is the photo. Like I think that's I still like the charity donation because we're doing it.
If you guys have any clients that sign on because of that, or you get a higher conversion, you believe because of that, let me know though.
I'll tell you guys, to be honest with you, I have seen slightly better results with the meal incentive.
I've had people like responding to the thing and it's like, this is so sweet. And it's like paragraph. It's like so sweet that you guys are doing this. And then I feel bad because it's like that automated, like, we're so grateful for you. Like, this is not monitored.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed any better or worse conversions because of the meal donation, but I do think some clients have came on because of that and captured attention from it. So maybe on our like client acquisition end, I feel like there's a little bit of a
Yeah, and I asked Clay about that also, Frankie, and from what I understood, it's because a lot of people were asking a lot of questions about it, if it was compliant and stuff. Like too many people were asking him questions about that. So
I've
that's why.
only ever had one person ask if it's compliant.
Are you saying like too many people were asking Clay like himself like about it and it was getting annoying for him?
Yeah, probably like
Uh,
there's hundreds of people in there who like ask the same question over and over again instead of just getting started, you know?
Yeah.
That's facts. I thought it was like his and that would actually make more sense what you're saying, but I thought he meant his clients were like asking if it was compliant, which
Oh, no, 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 no. I mean like the
Uh,
people in the community, the
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
that's
I
compliant.
actually just recently had like I've never really had an issue with it so far, but I just had one of my clients. He was like, "Hey, like I've read the message, like it makes sense and everything. Like a logical person gets it." But he was like, the older clients are like really confused and they think like they want them to donate a meal.
Yeah.
He had me
Totally.
out, but like I haven't had an issue other than that. He said it's just like the older clients are confused.
That's actually good feedback. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I would ask him like, did you have one person say that? Like the older clients, was that one client of yours? You know what I mean? But it's still good to know because like any sort of way that we can make the service convert higher is going to help us. Um, but that's interesting. We've also been testing, we have it for one client, is offering it as a pick a charity. Like, yeah, we donate to Feeding America. If you have a charity, we had somebody ask, and he was like, "Can we?"
I think for scalability, that can be an issue.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, we have to donate to whatever charity it is. Yeah, I
That's a
mean, I told him
nightmare.
it'd be the same amount that we do for Feeding America, and he was like, "Cool," but then we have to figure out. You're right, like how to donate to them
Yeah,
properly.
scalability wise, it's a nightmare.
So I wanted to ask y'all too, because I was really confused from the video like that Clay had put out previously. Like, how do you keep track of like the meals to donate? Because like I've literally gone in and like manually done it, but like, s- how do you like automate that? Is there a way?
There's not a great way that we figured out yet.
Okay, because I was like, this just doesn't seem like it should be this hard.
Yeah.
There's actually there's
Keep
actually a like a calculator. He put in the community. Clay put in the community. It was like from a while back, and it basically like allows you to. I don't know if that's what you're already using, but it allows you to like calculate a lot more easily and like track which ones you've already donated for and which ones you haven't.
That's in like the old course, you're saying?
This was, I'm trying to think. If you search in the classroom, there's like a Google spreadsheet he has where you can like make a copy of it, but it's basically like a reviews to donation calculator.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Do you
I,
to go manually? I haven't done it before, so I'm like a noob to all this. I'm sorry to cut you off, but do you have to like go cut, I mean, sorry, do you have to go count in the Google business profile, like how many reviews they've gotten?
You can go on Go High Level. It'll actually show you. There's like he made like a video about it, I think. And it basically shows all your sub accounts, and then you can pull like a report with all the past from the first day of each month to the last day of each month, and then just add up each business's amount of new reviews added, and then add that to the spreadsheet. There's a really easy way I mean, it's not super easy, but it's pretty easy, relatively easy. It's a video he made in the community a pretty well, like a pretty good amount of time ago. But it's pretty helpful. I've been using that. So if you search it up, like Feeding America donation tracker, I think it's called donation tracker. Um, it should pop up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I found it. It's in the old one. It's literally titled, It's How We Track Reviews and Meal Donations. If anybody needs to search that.
heck yeah. Rillo?
Yes, quick sales question for Frankie and Sam. So I noticed that you guys in your script, you're really pushing for the meeting instead of like trying to do anything in terms of closing. But if you get opportunities, for example, instead of saying so if we're a good fit for each other, are you guys ever like depending on how the conversation is going, do you ever frame it like with the closer framework where you ask like, okay, so what are you doing for reviews right now? And then they're like, oh, this is, and you're like, oh, okay, okay, how's that going for you? And then it's not going well, and you go based off of that, and you're like, so it seems that because of this and this, we'd be a really great fit, and I could get you from this to this, and blah blah blah. Do you ever do that, or do you keep it more like less salesy to book the call?
Yes. It's definitely like a situational thing, but the person I just onboarded this morning was like, let's do it. So when I hopped on the call with him this morning, it wasn't even a demo, like it was literally just an onboarding. So yeah, just situation by situation. That onboarding, by the way, I want to share this with everyone here, guys, this onboarding, it wasn't even a sales meeting, took 2 hours. This guy, he did not know how to use a computer, and then he had the slowest computer I've ever seen. He would click something and then it would like load for 3 minutes. Like on like the internet, like just a web browser. You'd like switch a tab and then we'd just sit there like for like 3 minutes. Like
Good
You
for
guys got
you.
close during that onboarding.
That's actually kind of a miracle that you got somebody that's like so not good at technology though to say yes. Like that's actually kind of crazy.
it was the biggest test of patience I've ever been through.
You guys think he'll be a good fit?
He was a great fit. He had 1,000 past clients. He's integratable. So
All right, let's go. Yeah.
That's great. Congrats. That's awesome.
I was saying too, I think those people are actually will stick longer.
He's
Like,
never gonna cancel. He doesn't know how.
like yeah, those type of people are, if you can get them, I feel like will even stay at like even longer because they're just gonna see reviews coming in and be like,
But to what you were saying, Murillo, that was more of that sort of sales call of like he's catching on. I caught on pretty early that like he was very interested, and it was more so of like, okay, I'm gonna close him over the phone right now, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, cool, we're gonna onboard you tomorrow. He's like, yep.
Sounds great. All right, thank you.
especially if they're asking like pricing questions and like just there, like, and it's like, yeah, yeah, take it as far as you can go while you're there. I don't know if I want to use the closing framework a lot more. Like, there's just so much room to systematize the sales process on like a demo call end, and following that. But most of the times I kind of wing it, and that's not good. But
Um, Frank, let me do a role play because my pitch is a little bit
I was
different.
just gonna ask that.
Yeah, my pitch is a little
style
different than yours now, so I give him like some different verbiage.
Yeah,
Y'all be my customer?
I do.
I'm gonna be such a dick, I already know.
No, I swear. Um, hey, this is John with John's Plumbing.
Yo, what up, John? This is Sam.
Hey, Sam.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Dude, I'm good. Can't complain. And even if I did, I don't think you'd care. Yeah, but anyways, man, I was just calling about a potential partnership I had in mind. I actually own a business too. Is this a bad time?
I mean, I got a second.
Okay, cool. Well, to cut to the chase, basically me and my business partner started this. We're actually really small, but what we do is we made a really simple system to get you more reviews online. I was actually calling you because, I saw you guys are doing a great job with reviews right now, and it seems like a priority to you. What exactly are you doing right now?
Uh, sometimes we're just doing good work, man. It's got word of mouth presence.
Let's go. That's the first step to owning a good business, right? How long you been open for?
Man, I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
10 years. You like it?
I do. Yeah, I mean, some days I don't.
Yeah, I get it. You trade out the 9 to 5 for an 8 to 7. That's what they don't tell you.
Exactly.
Well, cool. Well, yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are doing something. A lot of businesses really neglect this, and as we keep going to the digital age, it's just getting more important to win trust over and get more organic business. Being that, I see you have 50 reviews here, and I figured you could probably get a lot more with the system we're implementing. If you don't mind me asking, how many folks do you serve a month?
I mean, we do some commercial stuff on the residential side. We do about 30 to 40 service calls a month.
Oh, wow. You guys are crushing.
We do what we can.
Congratulations. Yeah, well, basically all we do is we made it very, very easy and automated for folks to go ahead and leave you a review via text and email. We use some personal images, charitable donations, and follow up with them until we get you reviews. I see you said you do 30 to 40, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I see that you're only getting about 3 reviews a month, which tells me this could actually really help you out. But quick question for you, because it's not a good fit for everybody. Are you currently using a CRM such as Jobber, Housecall Pro, QuickBooks?
Yeah, we use House Call Pro.
Okay, beautiful. And what are your goals? Are you trying to expand the business?
Yeah, man, we're looking to grow. I mean, I just hired a new technician not too long ago, and eventually I want to sell the business here.
Yeah. What's your time frame on that?
Dude, I want to be out of this in the next 2 years and then start something else.
Okay, I'm with you. I think I have longer than 2 years, but that's the goal, right?
It takes time, man.
Takes a lot of time. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, here's what I can do. I don't, again, this may not make sense, may not be a good fit, but ultimately by implementing and getting more reviews, then you'll get more organic business, help drive your valuation up. And we do it really affordably, and we actually let you try it out for free because again, we are pretty new with this. Do you think you'd have some time tomorrow or maybe possibly later today to hop on a quick 15-minute call on Zoom? And I can show you a couple things.
Yeah, I could probably do tomorrow morning. Let me check my calendar. Oh, look at that. I got some time.
I'll see you.
Okay.
Sam, I was wondering, that was so good, by the way. Like the fact that was so human during a sales call was insane to me. I need to work, I need to work on that so much. But I was gonna ask you, like, do you always keep it that human during your calls? Because, sometimes we get in a rhythm of going on a script and like getting rejected and boom, boom, boom.
That has been my main focus over the last like 2 weeks, and it's getting me so much more results. Like I'm getting like three, 4 onboardings a week now, because that's really what I've been focusing on like heavily is just like being human. And it's hard. It's really hard to keep that energy throughout the day. And like, especially as you start to like work volume and get like to call 100, like it's hard to do that. But yeah, that's what I've been focusing on and just keeping it simple. Like no marketing jargon, no whatever, just relate. And then like probing questions to see what matters to them and then relating it back to what they just told you. And I feel like that's really helped out with conversions. Like I've been scheduling a lot of points, still getting a lot of no-shows, so it's still trying to figure that out. But
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that was great. I agree. Wow.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I kind of took from him just like doing like how are you thing in the beginning. Like I'm not doing the whole like, oh, I didn't hear you there, which that's been a big transition. Because again, like it just started to feel like not authentic. There was somebody in the community that like asked about like lying. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he was like, "Should I lie?" I was like, "No." No offense. I mean, like, listen. There's plenty of times in my sales career where I've let's put hyperbolized the truth. But just like starting off with like, yeah, especially if they say, I love when they say their name in the beginning. Like if I just like I can like that first couple seconds of like, hey, this is John. Hey, John, how are you? It's Frank. Like I just can build so much more from that like quick like human connection rather than just like right into it. That's helped a lot, and yeah, I'm trying to focus that on that as well, and that's helped me too. Looking more started doing how are you at the start, and I think it's been really good in my experience. Yeah, I who'd have thought?
I'm a big fan of a good just how are you. I stole that first line. A customer actually said that to me when I called him one time. It's like the perfect dad joke. I'm like, no one would listen. It like always works.
You wouldn't care if I told you. Isn't that what you say, right?
Was that? Oh, I'm doing good, but if I was doing bad, no one would care. I don't do it every time, but like it always gets a laugh.
Anything to like, make their day a little.
But I'll tell you what, sometimes obviously somebody won't laugh, and goddamn, is that awkward. You're just like, pain.
I got a quick question for you guys. That was Sam. That was really really good. That was awesome. I was looking to see like whenever you get, have you ever got like the objection? Because I've started getting the objection that people say they already have another provider. I try to first figure out like what it is. If it's like, you know, nice job, and then I say we have a higher like conversion rate, kind of go into detail a little bit about what we do. But if they don't use like a main provider like nice job, or you don't really know much about their provider, and they say they already have a guy for it, and they kind of just say that they handle all the marketing stuff like that. I feel like it shows that they still do value it, but is there a way you could still kind of like push around that and try to, you know, see if there's an opportunity, or do you just kind of let it go?
I have something for that. A lot of the people I've been onboarding recently have been using House Call Pro, Jobber, to have like integrated systems into their CRM. Obviously, like ours is better, so you can kind of compare and contrast, of course. But I like, before I even start doing that, because I don't want to come across too salesy, is I've been like almost permission asking if they're even open to that. So something along the lines of like, okay, well, I'm glad you're doing something, but if there was a way that I could increase your conversions and overall just give you a better system, is that something you'd even be open to talking about? Or are you just completely satisfied with where you're at? And more often than not, people will be like, ah, well, you know, I'm open to it. And then now they've given you permission to like, okay, well, let me compare and contrast these two different services then, rather than just immediately rattling it at them.
That's
And I
so
like
good.
that. That's kind
Yeah.
of been my approach lately.
I like that way you phrase that, because it's almost like you're asking them, yeah, you're asking them to kind of move forward in the conversation. They're like, yeah, it puts the power in their hands, which is not really what salespeople tend to do.
Yeah, but it also kind of is like phrased in a way where like they would be dumb to be like, well, like, no, I'm not open to improving at all. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I don't, Frankie might have something too. That's worked for me though.
No, that's huge. I think just like on a like super practical level is because I got some feedback does today actually, because somebody was like, "Oh, is it like Podium?" And I kind of made the difference of like, and a big difference for our service is they don't have to change anything they're doing. And that's something I don't focus on a lot, but I got some feedback from that today. So yeah, I do a permission-based opener and make it very clear that like, you know, I'm not asking you to change out of the CRM you're using or start to do anything different. And that's such a huge selling point that I just don't focus on a ton. But like, you know, making that difference of like, yeah, it's basically making this what you're doing already on steroids. It's gonna, and you don't have to change anything. So that's just like a little like nugget of like a practical point feature benefit that you can implement when they're doing both. Also, though, too, if I hear somebody say like, "I got a marketing guy," and you know they do that, and then I look at their reviews, and it's like, so I'll try to be like, I mean, that's awesome. Like we work with a lot of people that you know have a marketing guy, and try to make the difference of like, you know, that's not really like we're not actually we just set up a system to get you reviews. That's all we focus on. I haven't had a ton of success with that. Usually, if they're telling me I got a guy, it's like you don't even really know what we do, but um, yeah, that's my 2 cents there.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. 508. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask or add before we roll into our week and do whatever we do?
Was taking notes like on my little script about the part like saying like when you tell them how many reviews you see they have and you're like, and I could probably get you some more. Did you say it was like typically like up, down, and like slowed or a little faster there?
How do I say it? How do I
Like
say it?
beyond-
Um, I, yeah, I said unless you had 17 reviews. So reason I was calling you. I was calling you because I saw you had 17 reviews. They're all great. Um, fuck, now I can't. Are you asking at that part right there?
Yeah,
Shit.
well, because I feel like at that point, I feel like I'm like just have such a mouthful coming out, you know? Like I feel like I'm starting to rush at the end. I noticed myself doing that today. So like I probably need to slow down there, but I just want to like make sure I'm very intentional at that spot because that's kind of towards the end of that little blurb, if that makes sense.
Yeah, my buddy Sam and I, we started a company in March. We've helped 40 other service-based businesses. Just set up a simple system to get more reviews online from your customers. I was calling you because I saw you had 17 reviews and they're all great, which tells us you probably could get some more. And yeah, I just wanted to ask how you guys are getting reviews right now. That's my pacing.
Let's go. I definitely need to slow down there a bit because I've noticed myself speeding up because I'm like, oh, they probably don't want to hear me anymore at this point, you know?
I think that's more of a mindset thing of just
Yeah.
like you can take your time. And after you get told no all day, and then like you finally get somebody. You're like, I want to say everything I can as fast as I can so they listen to me. But yeah, slow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? No. All right. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. I always look forward to chatting with you guys and sharing the stuff. If you guys find anything that you think like a sales snippet in your YouTube or however you guys form content, write it down, let me know so we can share and get better together. Especially like I really want to, if you can figure out what to say in the structure of calling somebody that was interested that ghosted you, and there's like this, that awkward feeling of like, hey, showed me, what's up, and being more confrontational. I'd love to hear that for next week, or you can DM me. But yeah, appreciate you guys heavy. Let's absolutely crush the rest of the week and make it happen.
Thanks.
GG's. Bye, guys.